Hello knitters, Faye Lim from Strand Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. Today I have a reminder of a cable blanket. Christine has a new top on, off her needles, and she's putting a new one on her needles. I'm going to show you what she's doing. Stay tuned. Okay, off her needles, she got that slubby yarn, and this is not going to show up really well, but it's the slubby yarn that we were been talking about, and she did a nice little cropped, you can sort of see it, it's like we need a white something underneath, but you can sort of see what it is here. And she did a very cropped one, and because she's wearing it over she's got a black dress with spaghetti straps, and she's going to wear this over it, but she did use 3+ skeins, and so there's plenty left over in 4 skeins to make it longer or a little bit wider if you wanted to, but mostly we had something to try on because you cannot gauge this yarn. So it's mostly like we had to cast on full lengths, knit some, and then measure, and how many stitches was that? Because it's impossible to gauge a yarn like this. It's impossible. So, and mine's still on my needles. I'm almost done with my second part, my second side, front, back, and fell off my hanger. And then I'm putting drop sleeves on mine. So I have a little bit more knitting to do for mine. But I've had 2 customers now that are finished like this. And knitting more, multiples are going on because it's such a fun knit. It looks so cute on, and it's fast, it's simple, and it's pretty much no fail. You can't beat that on a size 11 or 13, depending on if you're a tight knitter or not. Either gauge sort of seems to work. So come in, check out our colors. I'll put colors up here. Check out our colors and get yours started. All right, so now Christine's putting on this on her needles. So this is the one she just finished. It's called something tee. I will get the name of it. I don't remember. But anyways, it's this tee. It's top down. It's a yoke sweater. And this was done out of Dream. So as I said last week, we have this new Diversa cotton yarn that's gorgeous, gorgeous colors, and all the colors mixed together beautifully. And so she's gonna do this one again, but now the striping is gonna appear, is going to be these colors. So like, we're so excited. So this will be the main color. I'm pretty sure this is we have 4 colors that are about the same. I'm pretty sure this was the main one she used. And then she's going to stripe with this, and this, and then this, and then this. So like that, with that as your main color, and this color will be between the stripes here. So, I mean, I'm excited. She's like, oh my God, this is out of my comfort zone. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be so much fun and pretty. And I think we've decided we only need 2 of this one and then 1 of each of these other ones for like a medium size, small, medium size sweater. So we are going to watch. Now you could come in and sort of do a knit along with Christina. You could do a knit along and then and do yours with her, not that she'll, every time she's in, she'll probably have it with her. Or you could just, come in and knit, and you can do it obviously out of different things. So like if you really like this one with the mohair, you could obviously knit this one with the mohair. It says that this one, and I know, it's so cute. It's got the tie in the back too, in case you forgot. It's got this tie keyhole thing in the back. The cutest thing ever. It really is very adorable. So that's what's on Christine's needles. Yay! And last but not least, I'm going to bring up the cable blanket, which is starting on July 9th. So we're 2 months out. And next month in June, we can start ordering yarn. We're using Cascade Superwashed Aran. So Cascade Superwashed Aran is what we're using. Comes in tons of colors. I highly suggest you do 1 color, and that it's a lighter color, not a darker color, just because you won't see it as well, and you have to knit the darker color. So I would pick a lighter color. And so this is the one I'm working on. As you can see, I still have more to do. This is one of the long skinny ones that's on the blanket. And yeah, and I just wanted to show you the back of it. Look at the back. That's the back of the square. That's pretty cool looking, right? And this is the front of the square. And that's my new cable needle. Well, mostly I'm doing no cable needles, but when I do, I'm using this round one, which I really, really like. That cable needle, right? So I'm gonna put up, I talked about this, and so I'm gonna put up a video where I really went through all this and, you know, replay that video for you so I don't have to make it all over again. And I probably said everything I needed to say, and I might miss something right now. So stay tuned for the cable. And last but not least, I'm gonna talk about, so I've had lots of people do our year blanket class now, and they said, like, we would love to do another blanket class. And I'm like, well, what would we do? And so we decided to do cables. And so what I've found, I didn't design it, I found a beautiful cable blanket that's a little different. And instead of being square blocks always, it's got some different shaped blocks. So it looks really, it's really beautiful. So I've got 2 of the blocks done now, and we're gonna be using Cascade Aran. So it's just like a heavy worsted, and we're on, well, you end up with 3 needle sizes, but we're on 10, 9, you're mostly knitting on a 9. You're casting on and casting off with 10s and 8s. And it's not real casting on, casting off. You're knitting an I-cord. So you're knitting an I-cord for the beginning, you're picking up the stitches, and then, so here's the center block. This is the center block. This won't be the first block you make, but this is the center block. I think this may be the most difficult block in the thing. I don't know yet because I haven't knitted them yet. So that's the center block. This yarn's it's washable and all that stuff, but it's very soft and cozy. And then here's one of the side blocks. And the center block would be like here. And there'll be another side block, a different cable pattern, but this shape. And then, yeah. So this class will start on the 2nd Sunday in July, which is July 9th. From 10 to 12, and I think we'll run it the 2nd Sundays. We may have a month, like there's 4 blocks that are on the bigger side, so we may make that a 2-month project or something. We'll see. I haven't, still in progress here, but I am setting a date because I need a date so that I can get as much, I can get as much done, and I have like a date that I have a deadline. I have a deadline. Deadlines are good. So anyway, so if you're interested, you'll let us know. You'll be ordering the yarn beforehand. I highly suggest 1 color. I mean, you can choose 2 colors, but I think it's so elegant looking, and it'll be mostly elegant looking in 1 color. Now, cream is like the go-to color, but it can be any color, and this yarn comes in many colors. So what you'll do is you'll come in, you'll pick a color, and then Christine will order the yarn for you, because we're needing like a bag. I don't know yet. I don't know yet what we need, but we need at least a bag, and maybe a bag and a half. I'm not quite sure. So we'll need at least 10 skeins, and as I get a little further on, I'll be able to narrow down the amount of yarn a little better. But anyway, so that's coming up in July. So I'm just sort of putting out there so you can think about it and see if you want to do it. It'll be the 2nd Sunday always, the 2nd Sunday, so you can block those out for traveling or whatever. Or if you miss a class, you miss a class. It happens, you know, you're not going to be able to make every class. That's okay. You'll catch up. So, sort of excited about this. This is really fun. And this cable, these look a lot harder than they are. They're very sort of repetitive. There's not a trillion different cables in them. There's like 4. And yeah, but you'll get really good at reading the charts, because it's really, you need to read charts. It's so much easier if you're reading the charts than if you're reading the words. And the charts, you'll get the charts after you do it a bit. You'll understand what's going on with the chart. You highlight the chart. You do lots of stuff to make it easy. And but that's the stuff you'll learn. So, and how to keep track of it, because that's probably my hardest part, is like in the line on the chart, like keeping actually track of where I'm exactly at without constantly dealing with the chart too much. So anyways, so you'll learn the chart reading, and I've got tricks and tips on that, and you'll learn all about cabling, and there's tricks and tips on that, because you can do this without a cable needle. I have found a new cable needle that I like a lot. Because it sort of stays out of your way. And so, yeah, you'll just learn, you'll be a master at cabling by the end of it. So there you go. So that's in July. And so that's going to do it for today. And we hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.